gonna make me cry. Honestly, watching kids grow up, gain skills, apply them, grow, blossom, and then do the same thing with their own children. It's a rewarding gig for me, I guess, you know. I'm Diane Welker. I was a 4-H advisor for 40 plus years. She was one of my great 4-H'ers.
And I'm Tricia Grappner. I did 4-H from, I think, a clover bud, yeah, on until I was like a counselor and even went back as a dean in camp. So yeah, 4-H was a huge, huge part of my life.
Our 4-H club was hearts and rainbows. She had that spirit of wanting to be the best she could be. So she kept trying, okay, I can do this, I'm gonna do this again, I'm gonna redo this one, and this one doesn't look very good, so let's try again with this recipe. And so I think she kind of built her own experience and background to go, oh, I'm better at this than this, and I can apply that part to this piece. So.
I didn't realize I was like that then.
Oh yeah. Well, I said, and then you went away to 4-H camp, and
yeah.
It's like, woo!
I couldn't tell you why I blossomed during 4-H camp. I was a really shy person, I feel like, and there I didn't have to be, and people looked up to me. And being the craft queen at 4-H camp, or even during counselor meetings and things like that, like, I've always had that crafty side of me. Never knew I could paint. Never knew, like, I was gonna go to school to be a teacher, and that kind of fizzled, but I still am a teacher, teaching people how to paint.
And probably, I think one of the things that you have some skills, you have some confidence, you have some courage, but to put those all together and then apply them to a new situation, and that's the key, and I think that's where you are.
The cake auction was like my challenge every year. Like I can bake cookies, I can bake bread, like those were just grades, no big deal, but the cake auction was like my thing that I just wanted to win. And I did it, I don't know how many years, but I always got second place, always reserved grand champion for a big 3-layer German chocolate cake. Never made it to auction, but every year I'm like, I'm gonna get it this year, and nope, gonna get it next year. But it was a lot of fun.
And it was like, what were we thinking? Because it was like disaster in the kitchen.
Oh yeah, it still is when I bake.
Yeah, every year I kept hoping she'd sell that German chocolate cake.
Never, always.
But not really, because I wanted to eat it, so.
So Diane was the one at every 4-H meeting that was encouraging me to measure this, try this, you can do it, I know you can, I'm not doing it for you, you need to learn how. You know, so giving me that independence, which I think I instill in my kids. You know, I want them in the kitchen, they're responsible for cooking once a week because that's a skill, that's a life skill you have to know how to do. So Diane definitely encouraged all that independence, all that learning, all of the figure a way to make it work type thing. I'm not going to do it for you. So yeah, she definitely helped encourage all of that.
It is. It's a rewarding thing, and I'm glad to be a part of it, and I'm glad to be a part of her feeling like I did something for her. I'm not crying today.